Good afternoon, my fellow gamers. Today we're going to do a little bit of review of what's going on in Dragon Ball today. Alright, so I've been gone for a while. I have made some other videos, but they just did not get posted. Editing was too much for me at the time. Not to mention my computer was just in rambles and I couldn't have fixed it. So today let's just go on. Let's start with the news, just to show what's new. Alright. So the newest thing is just try to surpass me. The new challenge rush. There's supposed to be two teams. There's a hard and the easy mode. Let's see here, 2 more difficulties coming up. So right now we have 2 modes unlocked, and then once you complete those 2 challenges unlocked, then once you unlock those, you go to hard mode, and then from there I believe you have Scream and Despair right here. I'll check that today. I'll actually do those challenges. But besides that, that's the only thing that's actually new. Besides Bardock Zenkai as well, but you guys already heard all about that. It's definitely worth it if you want to. It is an amazing Zenkai, probably one of the best in the games at the moment. When he switches in, he has -10 to blast art cards and -4 to strike cards on top of his huge damage and crit buff. He just has so much support. Bardock was always a good unit, but his stats were weak. But now his stats are insanely strong. You can easily get him 7 stars if you buy the new mission, and if you already have him 7 stars, then you can easily get him around, I'd say around 3+ stars, 4+ stars. Not to mention, it would be very easy to get him to Zenkai 1 at the very least, and with the extra 1,000, it only takes 1,000 to get Zenkai. So with these challenges right here and buying some summons, you could probably get into, depending how many Crono Crystals you have, but Zenkai 4 would be pretty easy, and Zenkai 4 is that big difference where you unlock all of his new abilities. Zenkai 3 or Zenkai 7 isn't really worth it if you're going efficiently, just compared to how much Zenkai 4 unlocks. Zenkai 7 just boosts his stats more and more. It's definitely way stronger, but it's not as big as a change from going to 1 to 4 than to 4 to 7. Alright, today I'm not going to do a whole lot. Hopefully I'm going to try making as short videos as I can, or just do some of the important things like this. I'm going to show you what's important right now if you want to do daily things. This is great. There's 50 gems every day right here. And I believe this is going on for 10 days, so that's 500 gems. So it is definitely important to do every day. If you miss one, that's 50 gems. It doesn't seem like much, but it adds up. If you want to grind Crono Crystals and get as much as you can, it's small things. It's just doing a couple extra stories on a couple extra missions of the story, or just doing new events, the story ones. Just completing all of them, you get 10 gems for each. That's what adds up, and that's how you get as many gems as you can. And saving gems is the next biggest thing. It's not just grinding. You can get a lot of gems, but you also have to spend it correctly. You don't want to just spend it on the newest banner if the newest banner doesn't have that great characters. Like right now, you have great characters, but some other banners just don't. Like the Kaioken Goku and the new Pikkon. If you spend on that banner, that was your loss. You wasted those 1,000 Crono Crystals, even though they were pretty cool characters. The Kaioken was not bad, but they just really weren't that great characters. Now, if you're a big fan of Pikkon, or you really like Kaioken Goku, then go for it. But personally, well, I kind of like Kaioken, but it's not worth it. Alright, today, let's see here, we'll just go right into the new challenge. And these 2 challenges are very easy. They start at 1,000, and then they go to 1,000. The next mode, I believe, goes up to 2,000. I believe we'll get there pretty quickly. We'll just do this. We should finish this pretty quickly. This is very easy. Anyone with any character could do this. At least 2. It gives 125 Crono Crystals. I didn't show that, but you'll see in a second. That's actually quite a bit for something this easy. This is technically better than the Rising Rush battles, which you can get just 100 off the very first battle. Although this is, I guess, a little bit harder, you know, since you're facing 3 characters. But look at that, that's 1 life bar gone already. You know, it's really not that difficult. Although yes, I'm taking quite a few hits. It's not really that hard. Once he stops, it won't be that hard. Alright. And actually, I think we just tap shot this. Boom, gone. Yeah, just like that, and just no switch. Can't land it. Nope, I cannot. And that's gone. Wow, that's it. Now we'll just pop both of these. Why not? I love that little whoop, whoop, and that's it. That took me not even 30 seconds. Okay, 40 seconds. But considering you get 125 Crono Crystals out of this, it is more than worth it. Just like that. That is a lot. And then we don't care too much about the Z medals. You can do it for completion, but not Crono Crystals. Is it worth it? No, it's not really worth it. If you have nothing else to do, then yeah, I'd go for it, but it's really nothing special. Honestly, just getting it done is what matters. If you want to know characters that would be good at this, it'd definitely be future Trunks, the transforming purple one, this new yellow Trunks, and then the new duo units. Or if you don't have those, super good old Super Saiyan 2 to Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. Those would be good characters. Or that Gohan right there, he's red, technically. So if you're looking for hybrid characters to use, those would be the ones. Although, you could do any hybrid character for this. Oh wow, he's taking all that. That's surprising, that's not one hit. That is though. Needed to find his strike. The good thing about main abilities and green cards like these is when you can predict the little exclamation mark sign coming up. Because the key thing, you want to counter, like if you have a special a blue card, a special arts card, and if you want to counter against your opponent, what you usually want to do is pop your main ability or green card before he attacks. And the thing is, if he's attacking as you're doing it, you'll see that sign, and you'll have enough time to pop your ability and the special arts card, so you can basically counter. Oh, I got it. You can counter. It's the big point. It's just if you have no advantage engage, then you can do it easily. All right. Now let's see. This is 2,500. This is still easy. This is 500 Crono Crystals, just like that. Just like Nebuku. I keep on messing up his name. Video. You have that in his title. 500 Crono Crystals easy. Am I going to copy that title? No. How to farm Crono Crystals easy? Yeah, I'll probably go with that. People always click on Crono Crystal farms. I always click on the Crono Crystal farm videos. It's always great to learn new methods, or sometimes if you forget about methods, it's good to just rehearse. Remember what what the importance is. All right, and still one hit. Alright, let's see if he attacks. There we go. Don't know why that one didn't finish him, but oh well. He's gone now. Honestly, I think this will be enough. That's not enough. I should just go. Oh, that was just bad. And there we go. That's one thing about bots. They always do that tap shot, and that's great for countering them. Come on, swipe. Wow, that was a long, not swipe. Alright, 907. Alright, we got this. It'll still cover the difficulty. And that's it. Just like that. Alright, so this is hard mode. I'm guessing what it looks like Scream, I believe is the next mode. Hard, Scream, Nightmare. It's been a while since we have Nightmare. I believe Broly, the red Broly, was the last time we had Nightmare mode. But let's think. Scream Nightmare. If this is 2,500, I would expect. I'm pretty sure it gave it what it was in the news, but expect maybe 4,000, 5,000. Because honestly, I think Nightmare would be 5,000 because these units are extremely strong on their own. And even another low level, and one hitting them, they still have good abilities like that. Do unit Gohan, Saiyaman 1 and Saiyaman 2, they took a whole strike card from having a disadvantage. That doesn't sound like much, but the fact that they're that low of a unit and they're still taking one full hit is something pretty impressive. Like it's gonna take me a couple of cards just to finish him. Just do this so he doesn't have a key. Missed the tap shot, but that's alright. So cool. Actually, I've never seen anyone use him yet. Looks really cool. Alright, this should be a hit. And that finishes it. Alright. Come on, hit me. Oh, why did you do that? Okay. We'll just go ahead and activate his main ability, Transform. I'm just swiping right now. Go into it, he's not dodging. There we go, finish, just like that. Another 125 Crono Crystals. I was at 3,900 and something, almost 4,000. But now I don't know, let's go look. I don't feel like doing math right now. I'm just kidding, that's about 4,300 plus. 4,500, wow, I'm glad I'm bad at math. And that is it. Both of them are cleared. We'll go ahead and look back at that real quick, just to see if they give us the actual levels. They do not. No, they do not. But again, they're not really that difficult. These ones at least. So you get 500. I'd say you get probably 750 guaranteed. I'm not collecting those yet. I like to collect everything at once. Like the Goku Black, those tower things, I just collected in total. Today we are going to do summons. Not any of the ones that are expensive, just some good old ticket summons. We're going to work our way up. We're going to do all these multis. We're going to just do 2 of these, one of those 30% chance ones. This is just to end out the video. But let me go more into depth of grinding Crono Crystals. Okay, I'm going to kind of ignore this. I'll just pay attention to sparkling. So, if you want to grind Crono Crystals, it just depends how much effort you want to do. Usually there's a big difference between grinding 24/7 and just grinding every other day. But at one point, there's not much of a difference between playing 5 hours a day and just 2 hours a day, or even just an hour. Like how much you can really get done in a day, compared to how much, for instance, you can grind an event in one day. You know, if it's a battle tower or something like that, you know, it doesn't open up all day, but you can finish it all. But you will get a limited amount of gems. There's always a limit. Ooh, he's incredible. There's a limit to how many gems you can get in the game. So the point to grind Crono Crystals is to get gems that are Crono Crystals that are available. That's what you really want to get. So it's not just about new events. It's about perfectly finishing old events. Like the story. If you're bored and there are no events going on in Dragon Ball, which happens every now and then, try 100%ing the story. You can get quite a few gems out of that actually. Because that's 3 for each challenge, and you can get a total of 21 Crono Crystals for completing one challenge completely. That doesn't seem like much, but 10 challenges later, that's 200 Crono Crystals right there. And then 50, if you do 50 stories, which, you know, for a battle tower that's 50, that's 1,000 Crono Crystals, you can get 1,000 Crono Crystals out of that. And true, you may have already completed some of them already, but you can still get at the very least, you know, like 400 Crono Crystals. And ratio-wise, it's not really worth it, you know. Like a battle tower, you can guarantee those 1,000 Crono Crystals. And this one you're not, so you have to do challenges. But the other time, they're a lot easier. They're not hard. The challenges may be a little bit difficult, but the boss you're facing is not. So it's kind of up to you how much time you want to spend. But I'll give you a daily routine. Do your daily challenges and make sure you do anything that's limited. Like if you have something that says once or 3 times a day, make sure you do those. If you want to get the most amount of gems, it's definitely good to do the Rising Rush challenges. Those things give you at least give you 500 Chrono Crystals every time for 2 weeks. You know, every 2 weeks you get 500 more Chrono Crystals. So you always want to do that. On top of that, they give you tickets, which is good now, especially for Zenkai characters. Let's see here. What else can you do to get Chrono Crystals? Just slugging in every day is good. Soul boosting, I don't like it to farm Chrono Crystals. I see a lot of people do that online. You know, it's a good quick farm, but it's not the best thing. Of course, you always want to like soul boost your newest character or strong ones, but if you're soul boosting some really old character that you're not going to use just to get a good 50 Chrono Crystals, 40 Chrono Crystals, really, it's not worth it. It requires a good amount of Zenny and a lot of souls, so I wouldn't recommend it. You know, at that point, it is a lot easier, especially right now. It's a lot easier when you have unlock all. It may be tempting, but you really shouldn't. You know, you shouldn't be unless there's the 3rd anniversary, you know, which is next. Unless you're trying to build as many crystals up for that as you can, then maybe yeah, go for it, because something like that is a really big banner, and you want as many Chrono Crystals as you can get. But for something like right now, like Majin Vegeta and Cell and the Rose, Majin Vegeta's over. Rose, that's definitely not worth it. And, oh wow, well of course, I hope I get more than just 2 sparklings out of this. You know, it's kind of sad. I've done this before where I've only gotten two sparklings. So I've only gotten 1 sparkling out of this whole entire multi before. But you know, I'm guaranteed at least 2 now. I should be guaranteed at least 3 technically, but you know, here's number 1. So I'm taking a moment to just talk. I hope he gets Zenkai. He is such a old unit. It's horrible. He needs a Zenkai too, even though he's a new unit. Alright, there's 2 right off the bat. And here's our 3rd one. And here's 4. Wow. And mine. Should be cool if she got Zenkai. She has a really good support. And 5. This is good. He's alright. You know, comparing it's a 30% chance and I'm getting half of it sparklings, that's pretty good. I'll go back to talking about Chrono Crystals in just a moment. Alright. Because it's kind of hard to think about what you need to do when it's not in front of you. A lot of your Chrono Crystals comes from missions. Your little missions page. So this right here. Honestly, that's where the majority of your Chrono Crystals come from, especially right now. Battle Towers used to give you the Chrono Crystals directly, but now they give you it through the missions tab. Alright, so real quick, let me just do 2 of these. You know, I love these ones. This is pretty cool. It's really great when they introduced it. I wish they'd update it, maybe have more new characters. Ooh, that looks cool. Sparkling, of course. Ooh, Broly animation, that'd be pretty cool, right? Wink. Back to Chrono Crystals. I know I get sidetracked. It's just the animations are very distracting. I have a big screen right here. You can't see it, but it's on my screen right now. You know, it's fun to watch. I've never done this before. You know, recently at least. The real match. But Chrono Crystals. Chrono Crystals is kind of like the biggest thing of this game. You know, like if you couldn't get Chrono Crystals in this game, no one would play it. You know, there'd be an alternative, but like, if you maxed out all your Chrono Crystals and there's nothing in here to get, then you wouldn't play this game, really. So that's why Chrono Crystals are very important. Hey, Beers. And my sparkling is going to be... That was the new Majin Vegeta for a second. I got so excited for a split moment. But nope. I should pull out quickly. I got the Majin Vegeta in a Rising Rush battle. A Rising Rush summon. People thought he was going to get Zenkai. I thought he was going to get Zenkai'd. After these summons, I will go briefly over back into events and missions just to show you what you need to do to really get those extra Chrono Crystals that add up. You know? When you're grinding, don't look at it as just grinding 10,000. Look at that, that's every 100. You're getting 100 on top of 100 on top of 100 on top of 100 Chrono Crystals. You know, even though it doesn't feel like much, like, am I really going for 100 Chrono Crystals? Those 100 Chrono Crystals every time really adds up, and that's important. Like, every day, you can get 45 Chrono Crystals, and on top of that, if you, let's just say, get another 55, that's 100 every day. Every 10 days, you can get 1,000 Chrono Crystals. 1,000. That's a lot, on top of everything else. So, you make your mission to do your daily, and on top of that, somehow, not just event, through story, get another 55 Chrono Crystals, which isn't too much. And then you do that on top of the story, you can get so many Chrono Crystals. That's 100 a day, plus the events. So that's 1,000 every 10 days, on top of 500 from every 2 weeks, on top of what event's happening. So that's how you really grind out Chrono Crystals. So after 1 month, that's 30 days, that's guaranteed 3,000 Chrono Crystals on top of usually 2,000 just from events. So yeah, that's 5,000 Chrono Crystals a month. Now that's a lot. That means you can get 60,000 Chrono Crystals a year, really. Which, I don't know, I seem like pretty, oh man, sweet, I love man. That's fake out. Alright. Let's roll it again, wow. Not even full boost. Alright, oh well. Alright, we're going to go briefly into missions. Just talk about, let's look over it real quick. What you want to do is definitely make sure you complete all of these. Make sure they're all completed, you know, all the way through. I keep on forgetting to grab his Zenkais. I don't care about it, honestly. Make sure you complete all the challenges. Not all the challenges, but all the missions there are. Like, I still need to do these. Because that's 10 Chrono Crystals every single time a new one is. And I get a couple here, so that's more like 15. And they're pretty easy. Like, look at that. What's that? 1,900. That'll take me seconds. Same thing here. I already completed it. And make sure you always have one completed at the very bottom, just so you can get these missions. And I still haven't even done these. And is this going away? Are they? Ooh, I wonder if he's going to get Zenkai next. If they're going to re-ramp it. And that's another thing. Same thing with these. You don't have to do these too often. I do want to get the Zenkai for him. But always make sure you do each one at least once. Just once in general. Just so you get those 10 gems right there. That's another 30 gems just from those 3 battles. Gems, the limiting factor is renewability. Where can you farm gems? Because farming is about having a resource that is fluent. You can keep on renewing it. This game, it's more one and done. Once you get those Chrono Crystals, you can't get them again. So it's always about getting Chrono Crystals that won't be back. Like this right here. And these Space-Time Rush. If you don't complete this Cobb event, that's alright, because it'll be back. It will be back sometime, and it doesn't reset, so you're not missing any Chrono Crystals, so you will get it again. So if I were to complete it right now, I wouldn't be getting any more Chrono Crystals from this event until it's updated or changed. But this Rising Rush, if I were to miss it, I'm not getting those Chrono Crystals back, so you have to do it every time, every 2 weeks. So that's the big importance of how to farm. And just missions, that's 35 gems on top of useful little tickets and medals. And another thing, you know, like things like this, just doing it 3 times, you get another 20 Chrono Crystals, which apparently I haven't done. Always staying up with your store, you know, just get 10 Chrono Crystals every time. It's really not too hard to grind in this game, but the biggest thing that will keep you down, the biggest thing that will reset you, is spending them, of course. You know, that's pretty obvious. You know, what you need to measure is your input outputs. You know, this is kind of like life, actually. Life lessons from a mobile game. But you have a limited input of Chrono Crystals, which means you'll have a limited output. You can't spend that many Chrono Crystals every time there's a new banner. So if there's a new banner, you might just skip it, because, you know, the character might be somewhat great, but is it worth it? Like, what are you saving up to? Right now, I'm trying to save up my best to New Year's. You know, there's supposed to be a nice banner. I don't plan on spending all my Chrono Crystals, but the eventual goal for me is to save up for a 3rd anniversary. I know that's very far away. We literally just had our 2nd anniversary, but the anniversary is pretty great, you know. This year wasn't as good, but generally anniversaries are the big thing, you know. Those are the big cabal, the big moment for this game. And that's where it's the most fun. So that's where I want to have the most Chrono Crystals. So it's not just about getting Chrono Crystals, it's about not spending them. And if you sometimes feel like you're not getting those characters you want on summons, that's probably because you don't have enough Chrono Crystals, And luck does have a role to play in this game. Sometimes you do just get screwed over. You really do. You really do sometimes. That just happens in this game. Right now it's tempting. I fill rates. I could get the new Rose. I could get more of him. I could get an LF that I don't have them, or more Zamasus. But is it worth it? I'm spending more Chrono Crystals. I'll have to grind again. So I don't want to spend 1,000 on this. I don't, unless it was really worth it. Like if I have 4 out of 5 on here, and I'm just one away, yeah, maybe I will, because that's actually worth it. There's more value to it. So grinding Chrono Crystals is about 3 things. 1, your input, your daily input. 2, the events. And 3, your outputs. Your output depends on your value. You value the new banners, of old characters like Bardock getting Zenkai. Do you want to spend Chrono Crystals on this? I really do. I probably will spend 1 just to get him Zenkai, but I'm not going to spend much. I really don't even want to spend that 1 just because I spent a lot of Chrono Crystals in this last big banner, so I don't want to spend more Chrono Crystals than I have to. Bardock is a great unit. He will always be kind of relevant because he has these crits, and right now he's going to be top of meta for quite a while, for at least 13 more days until our next banner. But that's the thing. He is pretty relevant, but he's not a whole team. He's limited to his teammates as well. So just because I have him doesn't mean I'm set. It's all about the new units. So that's why you should save your Chrono Crystals and don't spend it, even if it's an old banner. Not old banner. Even if it's a banner like this, and you really want those new characters, you haven't unlocked them yet. It's time to give up. Move on. Get the next new hype, units. Who knows, man? LF Broly. Which would you rather have? Rose, which is already been out for a couple days, you haven't gotten, or an LF Broly? Like that could be what's next. So always look up to what's next. What is the next new banner coming? That's what you should always be saving up to. What do you want in this game? Do you want to spend another 1,000 Chrono Crystals on the recent banner? Or do you want to save up a good 8,000 on the new banner and have much better odds of getting the new character? That was my TED Talk on Chrono Crystals. I'm Game Red, and you guys have a good day.